Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to configure PTC300 AI auto tracking camera. Especially we'll focus on three auto tracking modes. Right. And firstly, we just type in IP address of the camera in the bar of Google Chrome. Alright, 13. Alright, anyway, enter the username and password. Right. So here you can see the live view here. We can control the camera and set the presets. And in the beginning, we will check the system and make sure that we always up the camera to the newest firmware to get the latest feature on PTC300 series. And before we set up the preset or we start setting up the tracking modes, we will need to make sure we have adjusted exposure and image process for what we want. And then we'll go back to tracking setting here. For presenter mode, it means the camera will track on the presenter and follow the presenter everywhere. Right. And firstly, we will set up a preset 1. Right. We can also set up preset 1 with our IR remote or use the web UI. Right. For example, this is I want to save this to preset 1. This is also the starting point for presenter tracking. And if the camera is tracking on the presenter, but teacher just leave, then after 3 seconds, the camera will go back to preset 1. So we call the preset 1 is the tracking point here. Alright. So we can adjust the time of return to tracking point. And we can also adjust the tracking sensitivity. If it is higher, it means that the camera will track on the teacher more tightly. Alright. And here we can also adjust the pupil size. If we full body and while tracking, you will see full body of the presenter. If you select upper body, you will see about 60% more close up on the presenter. Right. And then here we have 2 new features on presenter mode tracking. And here we can define the effective tracking area. Right. When we set the area, which means the camera will be restricted. The camera will pan till within the red frame area. Right. For example, I want the camera be restricted here. So the camera will not follow the teacher presenter all the way to the audience area. Alright. And here I click on save and enable effective tracking area. Here, let's take a look. If I tracking on, the camera will go to preset 1 tracking point automatically. Right. Then one teacher like presenter again to this area. Right, and start to track. Alright, and then if I go out of the defined the effective tracking area. Then after 3 seconds, the camera goes back to preset 1 tracking point. Right? And then I just click down up, then uncheck effective tracking area. Okay. Then here we have the auto zoom. Right. Auto zoom, if you select auto zoom, the camera will automatically zoom in and zoom out. It depends on presenter going further or closer to the camera. But if we uncheck this item, the camera will keep on preset 1 ratio while tracking. Right. For example, this is a preset 1 camera view. If I uncheck auto zoom, right, and when it's tracking, you will always keep the same size according to preset 1. Right, you will not zoom in or zoom out. Alright, but if I click on auto zoom, alright, if I go like closer, the camera will zoom out. If I go farther, the camera will zoom in. Okay. Then let's go back. Okay, and then here we have a Zomo Tracking. Right. In Zomo Tracking, the audience can always focus on the contents, not the presenter. And so here we need to define how many blocks. Right. 2 blocks. Then the camera will use the preset 6 and preset 7. 3 blocks, the camera will use preset 6, 7, 8. If you select 4 blocks, the camera will use preset 6, 7, 8, and 9. Just make sure all these zones, all these presets set in orders. From left to right should be preset 6, 7, 8, and 9. And each will need to overlap the next preset. For example, here, I would like to save here as the preset 6. So I click on save. Alright, you see here we have a thumbnail and move forward. Here I would like to save it as a preset 7 and right area I would like to save it to preset 8. Right. Alright, and here I will just use 3 blocks, 6, 7, 8 preset. And we can also adjust the tracking sensitivity or the time of return to tracking point. And here, in this mode, Zomo tracking point, we can define the tracking point. And here, I prefer preset 7. Alright, so this will be tracking point, also the starting point. And if there is no one while tracking, then we'll go automatically go back to preset 7 after 3 seconds. Alright, okay, so let's select on zone mode and click on tracking on. And as you can see, the camera goes to tracking point preset 7. Alright, so here, alright, so you see, if I'm a bit moving, the camera will not move. But if I touch the edge of the preset 6, the camera will go to preset 7, then preset 8, right, go back. And then after 3 seconds, back to preset 7, tracking point. Alright. Then let's take a look to hybrid mode. In hybrid mode, the camera will use preset 10, 11, 12, and 13. Right? You can just set up one preset for hybrid mode, or 2, or 3, or 4. Right? And here, I would like just set up, for example, I want to focus on this content. So I will just save it to preset 10. And out of preset 10, the camera will automatically turn to a presenter mode. Alright, I can also adjust the tracking sensitivity and time of return to tracking points. And here, the tracking point is preset 1. I can also select upper body tracking or full body tracking. If it's in, if we automatically switch to presenter mode, And of course, you can also select a full body or upper body with the IR remote. Alright, so let's take a look at work. I select a hybrid mode and then tracking on. Right. So now it looks like a presenter tracking. Right. The camera is tracking on me and follow me everywhere. But if I walk to preset 10 area, you see the camera sticks to preset 10. Okay, so now the audience can focus on the contents, right? And if I walk out of preset 10, the camera switch to this kind of everywhere, like a preset tracking, right? Back to preset 10. And here, of course, we can save more than one blocks. Okay, then for example, I want to change preset 10 to this area and save it. All right, and I move right to right area. All right, I want to focus on the content here, and I save it to preset 11. Alright, so in hybrid mode, you don't need to overlap the preset to next preset, right? It's not like a Zomo, right? In Zomo, you need to set up all the zones overlapping to each other, but in hybrid mode, it does not need to do that. Alright, then let's take a look. Select hybrid mode and tracking on. Okay, and back to preset 1. Then if I walk in, right, as you can see, now the camera is sticking to preset 10. Right, if I move out of the preset 10, as you can see, right, it's like a presenter mode tracking. Camera is always following me. Right. If I walk to this area, the camera is sticking to preset 11. Right. If I walk out of preset 11, the camera automatically back to the presenter mode tracking. All right. So this is today's video, and hope you enjoy our new features and these 3 awesome tracking modes. Thank you.